This podcast presents information based in part on theory and conjecture. The host purpose is to suggest some possible explanation, but not necessarily the only answer to paranormal phenomena. We have not yet begun to touch the surface into these supernatural occurrences. With that being said, welcome to the Paranormal Journal.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Paranormal Journal. It's John and Don, and another episode 38. What's going on,
What's
my
up,
brother?
everybody? How you doing?
Another Friday, kicking it off with some paranormal stuff, baby. Ain't no way to start the weekend off unless it's paranormal, man.
You got that right.
How was your week, brother?
Oh, not too bad. Pretty good. I'm just glad it's over.
No shit, right?
Always look forward to the weekends.
Yeah, man. We wish our lives away. You know, you start Monday morning and you're like, damn, I wish it was Friday, dude. We're like wishing our lives away.
I know. All we do is get ourselves closer to the grave, man, every time we do that.
I know, dude. It's crazy, man. You're like, damn, I wish it was Friday. Damn, I wish it was Saturday. Especially if you got an investigation, man. You're like really pumped up to investigate. So you're like, come on, Friday, baby. Come on, let's go. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, hell yeah. which we have an investigation this weekend, baby. Saturday, yes, in Harrisburg. So I'm pumped.
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, man, a lot of claims of activity in this case we're getting ready to do, and an old farmhouse built back in the 1800s. So it's going to be exciting, man. They told me they had a lot of paranormal experiences, and a lot of other people have experienced paranormal phenomena as well in the house. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to get out there and see what's going on.
Yeah, I always like these old farmhouses. I don't know. Just something about them.
Yeah, man, the old farmhouse, especially this one. It's an old one, dude. This goes back, 1800s. So who knows what the hell kind of phenomena we're going to experience. I'm excited, man. I can't wait to get in there this weekend. Hopefully we get a lot of good evidence.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready.
Yeah, man. It's our caseload is filling up, until the end of the year. So I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on from between now and the first of the year, and a couple big cases. We're going to be doing. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. We got a lot of stuff going on. Going to get back into some old cases that we've done in the past. Big, pretty decent locations, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool.
It always seems like we get busy towards, the end of the year, like around Halloween time for some reason.
Every year it's been like that, right? It's like Halloween
it has
time.
been.
Everything gets pumped up. Everything gets pumped up. Activity gets pumped up. People call, oh, we need you out here. We need you out here. And, we're slammed from like September to January, and then it kind of dies off a little bit. And as the winter, I don't know, I think as the winter goes on, you start to pick up more cases because people are home more because it's cold.
That's right. Yep. Yep.
The weather's shitty. So people are in the house more and they notice a lot more things. So that's good for us. You know what I mean?
It is. Well, even when with COVID going on too, when that was a big thing starting out, it's like you got to figure everybody was home. So guess what? That activity is going to increase as people are noticing more of it.
Yeah, it increased, but what was kind of sucked for us was that people didn't want us into their home because of everybody was scared of COVID. So
right,
it was kind of like, I mean, if you remember we were going to get into. Remember, we were going to go to the Conjuring house, and that's when COVID hit, and we couldn't get in it. Well, we could, but you couldn't travel out of state. Remember, you couldn't travel out of state, so we couldn't go to the Conjuring house. Remember, we had to cancel that investigation.
Yeah, because I was worried with that as far as once you got into the state, you had to quarantine, so that wasn't going to do us any good.
Yeah, that's when states were like you couldn't go into other states without being quarantined, and that sucked.
Yeah, it did suck.
Yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to getting into the Conjuring house too, and I was like, damn, man. I mean, we could probably still get into it, but And I heard it's like beating a dead horse there now. So many people have gone there, and kind of glad we didn't go there now, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, you get after a while. There's so many people there over time. You don't know what it does to the activity in the house.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Does it?
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Does it increase it? Does it increase it, or are they like at a point where they're like, all right, enough's enough. I'm tired of seeing these people I don't know. you know, get them out
Yeah,
of here.
yeah. It's like it's kind of like somebody like you get a visitor to your house, and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of them coming here. Stop coming over here so much. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yep, exactly. So you got to think they're probably thinking to themselves, well, maybe if I don't say anything and just keep quiet, maybe they won't come back.
yeah, yeah. So I was doing like my normal searches that I do around like the internet, and looking at some of the paranormal groups out there that are doing some of the really whacked out shit, like usual. I like
Oh
to
yeah,
talk about this kind of stuff before we get into what we're gonna get into tonight. But oh my god, man, I see some of the worst shit ever online now. It's it's really terrible. It's
any
really
more
terrible.
paranormal demons?
Oh god, dude, fucking people
Or
getting
piranha demons?
possessed
I
and
mean,
yeah, yeah, people getting possessed in cases now. And I'm possessed, throwing around shit and it's being totally stupid. The people, and I hope there's people out there that are listening to this shit that are doing that kind of stuff. If you're doing that kind of stuff, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? You're a
yeah,
straight idiot. You shouldn't even be doing this stuff. You're going into
right,
locations and people's houses and acting like you're possessed and oh, I'm gonna throw up, or I'm gonna throw something, or I'm so possessed, like a Zach show. You know what I mean? Like Ghost Adventures.
yeah,
This shit isn't Ghost
right. And what
Adventures, dude.
happens?
This is real life, man.
Absolutely. And what happens is it makes us other investigators look like shit. You know what I mean? Because they're
Yeah.
gonna sit
Well,
there and look at. Yeah. Go
it's
ahead.
a slap in the face to real paranormal investigators like all of us. You know what I mean? Like
It is.
we're in here actually trying to make a difference and help people. And you got these morons out here, throwing shit around, acting like they're possessed by demons, and they're oh man, it's so pitiful, man. It's terrible out there now, and it's not just locally around our way. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's everywhere
It
along
is.
the whole
It is
country, around
everywhere.
along the world. What happened to people, wanting to find the real answer instead of thinking they're gonna get some kind of TV show? It doesn't work like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's what. Yeah, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at trying to get into a TV show, and good luck with that because most of the guys that are doing that have been doing it for what 20 years
yeah,
plus,
you're not
20
gonna
years
get in that.
plus. No, it's not going to
No,
happen.
no, you're not gonna get into that circle, man. It's never gonna happen. Um, and why would a network take a chance at you when they already have people that's been doing it for 20 plus years? You know what I mean?
Exactly. They
These
got that.
guys, these guys know what they're doing. Is it entertainment? Sure, sure, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? Not every house you go into, you're gonna have large amounts of paranormal activity. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. And
That's
most
just
time it's
how it
very
is.
quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what's up, Carl? Carl's in the chat room, and we have another person in the chat room. Anybody else that's listening, you want to come in the chat room? Come on in and throw them some messages and let's talk paranormal. We're getting ready to talk paranormal about ghosts and UFOs. We're just talking about some things that I've seen online lately. Just throwing a little debate out there, a little discussion about it, and with people with being acting like they're possessed and just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Taking
It's an
something that's supposed to be serious and taking it to a whole nother level for some kind of entertainment that they think they're gonna become famous on or something. I don't know what their deal is, but it's really stupid.
it's an embarrassment. I mean, it
Yeah,
literally is an embarrassment to every other paranormal group that is, like you said, taking it seriously out there, trying to find evidence for the people whenever we go out there. They're making it like a shit show.
yeah, yeah. It's a slap in the face to real paranormal investigators that are really out there putting in the work and trying to find an answer and help people. Like us. We've been doing it. 20 plus years now. And you know what, man? We've seen a lot of groups come and go, man. And you know what? We're
They do.
still here, and they're going to keep coming and going and keep coming and going and keep coming and going. We're still going to be here, dude, because it's just how we are, man. We have clients that we have that we've had for years, 15, 20 years. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So are they going to go anywhere?
Yeah.
No,
Loyal
because
clients.
they trust us. They trust
Right.
us. You know what I mean? They're like family to us, and that's the way we treat them. Now, do you get the occasional crazy person that Oh, hell yeah, that's just this part. It's the nature of the beast,
Yeah. Right. It's part of the territory. You're not going to get away from that.
Yeah, you're gonna have people calling saying they're vampires and warlocks, and I've been in the whole ass into all that stuff before. At 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're like, oh my god, what the hell? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, like Carl said, you make a scared client feel even better watching these these idiots that are possessed. Exactly. He's right. You know what I mean? Like Carl knows, dude. We've been a part of it. Carl's part of the group, part of the
Yeah.
HAPS team. Part of the Harrisburg Area Paranormal Society, and you know, Carl's been with us for a long time, and
Yeah,
it's
it has. Yeah.
he's been in the group the longest with us. Um, so he knows. He's been there. He's seen some of the craziness that we've seen as well. So it's just, man, it's such a shit show out there anymore. You're just like, wow, man. Everybody wants to be famous. If you go to YouTube and look at some of the stuff that's out there, they all have videos and this and that. I don't post anything that we catch out there like that unless it's really significant. You know what I mean? And I really want people to
Yeah.
see that there's some kind of phenomenon out there. Dude, I could post a million things that I've caught over the years, you know what I mean? Like EVPs and stuff like that, but why? It's not, you know what I mean? It's serving no purpose for people to get online and try to bash you about something. It's just there's so many people that fake stuff. Everybody thinks that when somebody does post something that's real, they automatically think it's faked. You know what I mean? Like the video that we
Right.
put out there, that's 1,000% genuine, of a black mass on YouTube, and people were bashing it. You know what I mean? They're, oh man, that's easy to fake. I'm like, it's not fake, you moron. That's real. You know what I mean? Like, you're watching a real paranormal event. You're watching a real black mass forming out of nothing. It was the most incredible piece of footage we've ever recorded. And
Yeah.
when people, it really irked the shit out of me because I was like, man, we're really like trying to show people that this stuff's real, and they're taking it as we're like bullshit and like we're lying. You know what I mean? I'm just like, we're not lying
Yeah.
at
I mean,
all.
it's gotten to that point. Yeah.
I mean, why would I do this
Like,
and lie about it? You know what I mean? That's stupid as shit.
yeah. I mean, why would you take your time out of your busy schedule to put fake shit on YouTube or out there on the internet somewhere?
Yeah. Dude,
What's the purpose?
all we have in this business, in this thing that we do, is our integrity and our honesty. That's it, man. Once you throw that
That's
out
right.
the window, you have nothing when it comes to the paranormal community. You have absolutely nothing. If you're caught in a lie about something, you're finished. You're done,
Yeah.
dude. You are completely
And,
done.
right. And just think about all the skeptics out there. People that don't believe in this stuff. What's that gonna? What do you think they're gonna think about that? You're gonna be like, oh, see, told you, this is all
Yeah.
bullshit. These people out here making stuff up. There's nothing. There's no
Yeah.
ghost out there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're lying about things, you're only lying to yourself. You know what I mean? You're only lying to yourself. And that's
Yeah.
that's honest, man. You can sit up there and you can have a million podcasts, a million video podcasts, a million whatever, dude. But if you're not telling the truth about shit, you're only lying to yourself, man. And you're only making yourself look like an ass because eventually, when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie and another lie and another lie. And that shit is going to catch up to you in the worst way, dude. And it always
Right.
does.
Yep. And just think when we're in a client's house and they're doing that stupid shit, right? How do you think they're gonna feel? Those people are gonna be freaking out. They're already scared as it is, but you're gonna be, they're gonna really be freaked out when they see you like doing all kinds of weird shit, acting like you're possessed and crap. And they're like, oh crap, I have demons in my house, you know. And that
Yeah,
might not be the case at all.
yeah. Like I said,
So
when have we ever seen anything demonic in the case? I mean, we've seen some really,
never.
really creepy stuff, but was it demonic? I can't say it was. Not that I don't
No,
say,
we
not
can't
that I
prove
don't
it.
think that it's real. You know what I mean? Because I don't have
Right.
any proof that it's not real, but I don't have any proof that it's
Exactly.
real either. You know what I mean? So as investigators, we have to experience this stuff to validate it. You know what I mean? That's what our job is. We're here to validate this phenomena that we call supernatural. You know what I mean? Or paranormal.
Right.
I mean that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. And if someone says they're really possessed, then we really have to be there and validate these claims of possession. It's is if it's going to be real, it's going to freak you out. Maybe some things are going to happen that you're not going to like. Maybe it's going to scare the shit out of you, but that's what you're there for. We're there
Yep.
to help,
Yeah, you got.
and if people are faking shit, even investigators like I said, these are investigators that are faking this shit. You're in a place
Now, are they in?
faking being like possessed. Come on, man. You're
Yeah.
making
Now, are they
yourself
in
look like
like?
a total douchebag. You know?
Are they in like? Are they in like houses doing this stuff? Or are they like in
Oh
like
yeah,
say Eastern State or one of those places?
yeah. They're in houses. They're in businesses, dude. Like, dude, come on, man. You know what I mean? I've seen it in.
That's
I
crazy.
was going through YouTube, and you just just Google possession, people possessed, dude. It's a rack of them, dude. You're like, wow, you got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like I did that interview for the news the one time for Channel 8 News in Pennsylvania, and she showed me a video of this paranormal group that was in the arts center up there in Harrisburg, and they were acting like this girl was acting like she was possessed, and the reporter's like, "What do you think of this video?" And I'm like, I think they're total frauds." And she's like, "What?" I said, "I think they're totally faking it." She said, "Why did you say that?" I said, "Well, let's watch the video again." She said, "We're watching the video." They didn't put it on the episode on the TV, but I said, "Well, let's watch the video." So she's watching the video, and I said, What do you see supernatural happening at this time of this girl being so-called possessed?" She's like,
Right.
"Nothing." I was like, "Exactly. So how can you say that that's a possession? Because she's cussing, telling people to go F themselves and, spitting on them. That's a possession? That's what you want to call
Yeah.
possession? That's some movie shit there,
It
you
is.
know? That's the Exorcist movie you're watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's where they're getting it from. They say, "Oh, we'll just do the same thing. We'll do out
Yeah,
there."
the news reporter's like, "Do you think that she was really possessed?" I was like, "Hell no, she wasn't possessed." This is what supernatural activity occurred that you can say that was a possession? Because she's yelling and they're saying prayers over her and she's yelling and screaming and spitting. There was nothing supernatural going on.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely nothing.
any one of us could do that. I mean, you and I could both fake that shit when we're out
Oh,
somewhere.
oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. I was like, "No, dude,
Ain't that
no."
hard to do.
Yeah, it's like, no, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. If you're possessed, there is going to be, someone is really, you're handing down some serious religious provocation on someone. There's going to be some kind of supernatural activity happening in a possession, without a doubt. If someone's really having a lot of religious provocation put on them, anointment oil, holy water, the exorcist, right? I mean, dude, something supernatural is going to happen without a doubt. And
Yeah.
there was none. I didn't see any, and that was in a couple cases that we had where people said they were possessed, and there was no supernatural activity behind anything. She's screaming and hollering and spitting. It's the same thing. You see these people doing this stuff online. Where's the real proof of a demonic possession? And it's dangerous that people are going into people's houses and doing this. It's not cool. It's really not
No, it's
cool.
not.
You know,
It's,
and
yeah.
it's
No.
it's it's dangerous for one, and it's disrupting someone's family life. It's disrupting a business. I've seen people doing it in a business. I'm like, dude, what in the hell is going on
Jeez.
here, dude? This is a business. This is a restaurant they were in, and it's a art center, and I mean, come on, man, people go here. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, there,
Yeah.
she's possessed. Look at her, she's spitting. I mean, come on, man, get your head out of your ass. If you're doing this stuff, shame on you, man. You don't deserve to be doing this stuff. You better hang up your paranormal equipment and maybe try to make movies or something, because this is not what we do. This is
Yeah.
not what we
No.
do, man. We look for real paranormal evidence. We're not using ghost boxes and and apps and shit that really doesn't matter in an investigation. You know what I mean? What proof? Now I'm not saying that ghost box don't work, because we had some really weird shit that's happened over a ghost box over the years. Have we not?
Oh, we have. We have gotten names off those ghost boxes before.
Yeah,
That people
but
that we know that have died in the house.
can we prove it's supernatural?
No, we can't.
It said a name. Okay, someone else is going to say, "Well, there's your proof right there. It said their name, and it lived in there." It's still not proof of supernatural activity. You're using radio waves. You're using apps. Apps listen. It's just like Alexa. You know what I
Oh
mean? Like,
yeah, especially
that
her.
app
Yeah.
can listen and understand what you're saying, and manipulate words and use words. Even like I said, even Rob from Ghost Tech said that. He goes, "There's apps. They're meant to listen. They're just like Alexa and all the other shit, with iPads and all that, the iPhones and shit like that. That stuff listens, and it's able to understand and communicate. It's understand and break words down and spit words back out from what you're talking. I mean, it's just like now. You could be looking at something on your phone, or you could say something into your phone. Next day, you're looking on Facebook, and there it is. It's an advertisement on your Facebook page. Now
And dude,
tell me
I've had
someone
that
ain't
happen so
listening.
many. I've had that happen so many times. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah. Now tell me something's not listening with your phone that can, understand that you're talking into your phone about that, or you know what I mean? Come on. It's listening.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different if you're on the internet and you're searching something, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, a day or two later, you're getting all these advertisements. Say you're looking for buying a refrigerator or something, and then all of a sudden you get Home Depot, has a sale on refrigerators or
Yeah.
whatever.
Was that
So
paranormal? Is it well it says, oh, that's the phone's psychic, right? They picked it
yeah,
up. It's paranormal. That's not paranormal. That's your phone. It's smart. That's why it's called a smartphone. You know
yep.
what I mean?
That's and like you said, it's basically a computer in your hand. So
It's a computer in your hand that understands and learns and listens. It's just like a computer. You're talking to it. It's talking back. It can, yeah, say Siri. Well, what day is it? It can tell you the day. It can tell you the time. It can tell you the weather. I mean, dude, it listens, and
yeah, it does.
it's just
And that
it's shameful, man. And
it is.
if you're one of these groups that tune into this podcast and you're doing that, shame on you. You need to hang up your gear, and you need to go maybe get into movie school or something and make conjuring movies, shit like that, because you don't belong in doing this. This is not that's not what we do.
Yeah.
And it
No.
aggravates
No.
me. It aggravates me, man, because it makes people. There's a lot of paranormal groups out here that are doing the right thing, and they're putting in that work, and they're trying to find an answer to things. Are we going to find an answer to it? Probably not. You know what I mean? We don't even know how this stuff, happens. It's totally unpredictable. And for someone to say they're going to come up with an answer, I doubt it highly. I doubt it
Good
highly.
luck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good luck with that.
you can pump yourself up all about it, and do this or do that, and think you're going to come up with an answer and say you're the best at this and the best at that. Prove it. You can't prove it. You're just talking
Yeah.
out your ass. You can't prove anything. You don't even know how a paranormal event occurs.
Yeah.
What makes it occur? We have no idea. We've been doing this for 20 plus years. We don't have the foggiest goddamn idea of when a paranormal event's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. We have not a clue. Not a clue. And that's not saying we haven't put in our work, because we have. without a
It's just
doubt.
we're not getting enough responses. Enough stuff on video. It's so
I mean, even like,
infrequent. So
yeah, even like we've had a place where we've been there for 5-6 years, which was Landon House. The place was phenomenal. You know what I mean? The place was
mhm.
phenomenal with activity, but dude, 5 years is nothing compared to a lifetime study of of stuff day in, day out in a haunted location. You have to really be 24 hours a day studying this stuff. I mean, and just going in there on a weekend like we do is not really doing anything. I mean,
Yep.
we're documenting the phenomena, but what are we really doing?
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is too, if we take all the cases that we've had and just take and look at the similarities in those cases, do we have was this house similar to this one, or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's how you're able to maybe come up with a little bit of something, but not much. I can tell you that. It's just there's no way. Like I said, when we're out there, we're asking questions, we're not getting enough responses. It's just short answers, and you can't really go by. You're not going to be able to go by that, and find any really further truth or answers to this at all. It's too difficult.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. We've like I said, man, we've experienced a lot of things, and we've captured a lot of things, but can we tell you how what manifested it, what made it manifest to do that? I have no idea. What
Don't know.
caused it? I mean, we were asking questions and it answered it, but what how did it manifest to be able to talk and there's no body there? We know
Yeah.
maybe it possibly uses sound waves. We don't have any proof of that. We don't
Nope.
have any proof that it uses sound waves. We're assuming it uses sound waves. You know what I mean? That's not, who knows what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that's our theory into it, and so far I'm gonna go by that theory. Um, but that's what I believe, and I know you've said it yourself that we think that that's how they're able to communicate. They got to be using some form of sound wave in order to do this, to
Yeah.
speak the way they are, and to use our voices at times that sound very similar to us.
Yeah.
Um, you have to
Yeah.
now, and I was talking to somebody today about this, and I was just thinking about all the things that they're able to do. As far as they're able to see us, they can touch things, they can push things, um, they can scratch you. You just hear things. Just think about all that stuff that they're able to do. Now, is that something that they're physically able to do, or is it something more of the mental thing, by their mind?
Yeah. Well, the Warrens used to say that that was a psychic scratch. They were psychic
Right.
scratches. You know what I mean?
And yeah, I'm on the fence with that. I mean, I don't know if I really believe that or not, but then again, they don't really have a body, so how are they able to physically do things? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how the hell are they scratching you without a physical body? But
Yeah.
what's even weirder is like like some of the cases that like footsteps and stuff. A lot of people say that they're residual. Now, some of the footsteps that we heard, like when we were in Duncannon, that sounded like somebody was like physically there. But it went from the front door all the way through the dining room into the kitchen. Loud boots, like someone had boots on, and we didn't capture a damn thing on video. Remember, it was nothing,
No, no, we did. It's like
nothing.
obviously the camera wasn't in the quite the right light spectrum, possibly, or it just can do anything. It's not, for some reason it's not able to form a big enough mass to be able to show itself. And we don't, like I said, it could be in some form of different plane or existence that way that we don't know about. And
Yeah,
until this, and I think until the certain things come together at the right time, maybe possibly you might see that full body apparition, or like I've noticed before, some people are more open to this stuff. Some people, can see multiple spirits in their life, full body apparitions that is, but yet other people won't see shit. So
Yeah.
that's something else that we have to think about. There's so many different variables in this field. It's crazy to really think
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, that's just like we were
But that
talking. That's just like we were talking the other day. And we weren't doing a podcast, we were just talking over the phone. And I'm like, since we've been doing it, we've captured so much stuff and experienced so much stuff that I never thought we would. You know what I mean?
no, no, no way. We've gotten really
Never
lucky with that.
I never thought we would catch the amount and experience the amount of stuff that we did when we first started. And from catching our first case with all that activity to going on national television on the Haunted series, and then then going on Ghost Nation with Ghost Hunters. I mean, these are like things. It was like a dream come true that these guys we emulated these guys, and now we're investigating with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've investigated with Dustin Perry and Jason and Grant. Dude, I thought it's been an amazing ride that I never thought would go as far as it did.
No, and
And
that was our, definitely early years. And for me personally, I think back of, when I met those guys and I first started out, how, right away I'm getting, my first EVP on the battle, Gettysburg battlefield. And then next thing I know, I'm at Eastern State Penitentiary and I see my first shadow person, and then from there, it just seems one thing after another, all these cases, just like you. I sometimes wonder if you and and there's, like I said, like there's certain people that are more open to this stuff. If you and I are kind of in that spectrum with this, where we seem to have more things happen, we just happen to get in the right places, the right time for that connection.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I definitely think the more that you get into paranormal investigating, the more you open yourself up to the phenomena, and the more you're going to experience. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's just like who there. I would have never thought I was going to investigate with Jason. And Ghost Hunters. You know what I mean? But I did. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience, and they were really cool. And we've been a part of the Taps family since its creation, damn near. I think we joined the
Yeah.
Taps family a year after it was formed, and we've been with them ever since. I'm proud to be a Taps member. I know a lot of people have tried to put it down, and I think they put it down, trying to put it down because they were jealous they weren't a part of it. To be honest, and
And to me, that's an accomplishment. For us, that's an accomplishment.
oh hell yeah,
And
because
never did
we were
I ever.
asked. We were asked to be a part of the Taps family. We
We
didn't
were.
apply for it. We were asked to be a part of it, which I thought was really. I was honored about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was.
I'm reading Carl's. I'm a ghost magnet. Carl.
you're, you're a ghost magnet, all right.
You like to repel it.
Yeah, that ain't a doubt. So we're gonna get into our topic tonight. We got our 30-minute rant in there about people and their dumb stuff, but want to be paranormal investigators. That's all they are. Is they want to be
Yep.
paranormal investigators. But we're gonna get into our nice topic, which is ghosts and UFOs, and are they connected? With all the stuff that's going on nowadays, and some of the stuff that we've experienced over the years, sometimes it makes you wonder: are ghosts not really ghosts? Are they some kind of alien technology that we don't understand? You know what I mean? Especially in the case that we did in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, with that black mass. And
Right.
I've watched that video, man, at least a million times, and I still can't explain how something can create itself from nothing and disappear into nothing, and without a trace of anything being there. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And if anybody wants to check that video out, you can go to YouTube and go to Harrisburg Area Paranormal Society and look for the video. It says Black Mass, and you can watch that video in its entirety. It's about a 6-minute video of a black mass that we captured in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, in one of our investigations, probably 12 years ago. Let's say it was about 12 years ago,
Yeah. Something
and
like that. Yeah.
pretty amazing piece of video footage that we captured in the house, and it's exactly what the client seen, and we captured it. It was amazing, and a lot of people, over the years were like, "Oh man, you guys faked that." We didn't fake anything. That's 100% legit, and exactly what the client seen. And it insults me that people would say something like that because that's not what we do. That's not why we do this. We're not here to fake anything. I'm not here for a TV
No.
show. I'm here to get paranormal evidence for clients and for my own satisfaction as well. Um, I really want to know if there's something else. And I do
Yeah. I
think
mean,
there is
we're trying to
something
figure
else.
this out.
Yeah. We're trying to find an answer to something, that's been an enigma for thousands of years. It's been a mystery for thousands of years. In every culture, in every
Yeah.
race, in every religion, it's a mystery. It's existed for a long time, folks, a long time, and it's going to exist long after we're gone. I'm hoping I become one of it. Yeah, I want to come back and I want to I want to say, oh, this is how they were doing it. You know what I mean? Like I come back as a ghost or something. I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is how they were doing it. I'm gonna scare some paranormal
Yeah.
investigators.
Now I'm going to bring something up. I'm probably going to get crucified over. Um, but think about it. When Jesus had basically had been, killed, and he was resurrected, right? That resurrection. Think about it. That's possibly him coming back as a spirit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a ghost, the Holy
To
Ghost.
me, that's right. A ghost, right? Exactly, and that's what he is. Um, so I mean, to me, it's gone far back as then, and even probably further back because there's so many different cultures, like you said, that even written in books about ghosts. People have experienced ghost activities. It's crazy. But then you were talking about the effort case and how we got that figure. It makes me wonder how some of them are able. They almost make it like it's easy to do this, and then other ones are not able to do it. Like it's tougher for them to do things. So, like you were saying with the possible alien thing, is that where that's connected? Maybe like the alien, has that, like you said, that technology to be able to do that kind of thing, to go from one plane to another with some type of technology we don't know about. It's possible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at all the stuff that's going on right now. Like you just had that rocket they just sent up the other day, and now they're trying to crash satellites into asteroids to try to move them from their trajectory. Um, I was talking to my wife about that, and she goes, "Why are they doing that?" I was like, "Because they probably know something that's going to hit the Earth that they're not going to tell us because they don't want people to go into a mass hysteria. But they've probably seen an asteroid that's probably going to hit the Earth in the next 100 years or so, and they're trying to figure it.
Exactly.
They're trying to figure out a way to divert it. Why would they do that now? They haven't done it in how many years? 50 years since I've been
Oh
alive. They
God,
haven't done anything like that, and
they've
now
never
they're
done
doing
anything.
it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that
I was
that was
thinking the
kind
same
of
thing about that.
yeah, that was kind of an alert to me that maybe there's something on the collision course that's coming to Earth, and they're trying to figure out how to deviate it, and move it out of its directory so it doesn't wipe out half the planet or
Well,
the whole
apparently, it
planet.
was a successful mission. Apparently, it worked
It was
out.
successful, but I don't
According to
think
what they
they've
say.
figured out if they moved it from its directory yet, from its projection or knocked it off
Okay.
course. They said it blew up in, on the meteor, but I don't think that they've found out if it moved it from its trajectory pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was an alarming thing for me that in my head, because I'm like, well, why are they doing this now? Like, is there something they're not telling us? Is that why they're doing this, or They say, well, we're trying to do for future. It sounds like maybe you're in a scramble that maybe in the next 20 to 30 years something's going to smack the earth. That's or maybe sooner. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah,
knows? Who really
I
knows?
mean, I think that's only a matter of time if
Oh
you think
yeah,
about it. I mean, it's
oh
happened
yeah,
in the past.
definitely.
And
It's an
there's so
eye
many
opener.
yeah, and there's so many asteroids out there that are floating around. It's only a matter of time for one of them, heads our way. Just
Dude,
think about it.
remember when we were in Gettysburg and we seen that meteor that passed between the Mars and the Earth? Remember? And we said, I was like, we were looking up we were at Sachs
Yeah,
Bridge, remember? And I'm like, what the hell is
yeah, I
that?
remember.
We seen it. Remember, we seen it. No one
Yeah, we
even knew
did.
about it, but me and you seen it. We were like, what is that? I'm like, Halley's Comet isn't coming around. I think we'll be like pretty old next time Halley's Comet comes around, or we might be dead. I can't remember. It's a long time from now, but it
Yeah,
had
it's gonna
just
be a
happened.
while.
It had just happened, remember? Because we were like, Halley's
Yeah,
Comet already passed. Like, what the hell is that? And we were like, I don't know what that is. And then, like, the next day, they're like, a huge meteor, a huge meteor passed between the Earth and the moon. And, I'm like, holy shit, we seen that, dude. We seen that
yeah,
at Sachs Bridge.
yeah. Because I think we both called each other like, "What the hell, dude? We just saw that last night. Holy shit!"
Yeah, we're like, you believe that shit? There was like a meteor. They didn't even catch it, but we seen it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I, for how many years have I said, it was ever since we caught that video in Ephrata, um, remember I was saying maybe this isn't a ghost. Maybe it's something
yeah,
interdimensional, like maybe alien or and I've said that for how many years now? That was like 12 years ago I said that. I was like, dude, maybe it's not a ghost. Maybe it's something interdimensional or an alien. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't make any sense how it manifests. And like I said, I've watched that video probably a million times, and I still continue to watch it because it's as a researcher, that's what you do. You try to figure out an answer to what the hell we just recorded. What did we? What is this? What is this? What is this? You know what I mean? Like, how did this happen?
right.
I never in a million years thought we would catch anything like that in that house.
No, no way.
This house, ladies and gentlemen, is like really, really small. It's not a big house. And I was literally just in the room. I left out and I set that camera up and I turned the lights out and I went downstairs and I was downstairs maybe 2 minutes and it started recording that shadowy black mask stuff coming out of the closet. And you know what's cool, Don? I hate to say this, but I've watched that video and lately there's these two black spots. If you watch the video, there's these two black
Hmm.
spots. One is at the closet and one is at the dresser, right where this thing keeps manifesting in and out. And I
Yeah,
hate I hate saying portals, but is is that a portal?
that's what I'm thinking too. And
Are
I
they
know you
portals?
don't like that word either, but yeah.
I hate
I mean, they got
saying
to come
that
in from
because
somewhere.
yeah, I hate saying that, but is it a portal? Is this these? There's no reason those black dots should be there on that video.
See, that would make sense. Yeah, but that would make sense to me. Think about it. It's no difference for us to go, in our physical world to open a door to go from one room to another. Well,
Yeah,
is it any different in the spiritual world to have some type of doorway to go from their world to ours? It makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. And I
But
just all the years I've watched that video, I just now noticed that there's these two
yeah,
spots, and this thing is manifesting at those two spots. One was at the dresser, and one was at the closet. It manifests each time at one of those dots, and there's no reason those little black objects or that black ring should be there in the camera system
no,
whatsoever. I've never seen it before ever, and I just noticed it, and I'm like, "What the hell is that, man?" You know what I mean? I was like, "That's," and it's manifesting at those areas, and I'm like, "Is it a portal?" I hate saying that shit, but is it a portal? I'm thinking it is. I'm definitely
yeah,
it's there. It is in black and white in the negative filter. There, it's there. You know what I mean? There it is. What? How can we? I'm totally I lost for words with that. Is it some kind of alien technology?
It could
I
be.
don't know.
It very well
It's
could be.
it's really weird.
But
Their
they
kids are
obviously
sick
are.
all the time. Their kids are
Yep.
sick all the time, and it's just they don't feel right in the house. And if you get like radiation and stuff like that, we never checked it for radiation, but maybe it's got a high level of radiation in it that could be making them
It's
sick.
possible.
Radon,
That
things
is
like
very well
that.
possible.
Never thought of that because we never had a radon detector, a radiation detector. Maybe
Yeah,
a
because like I
Geiger
said,
counter.
we don't know where they're coming from and what in their world, let's say their part of the world, what is in their environment. Okay, so they're crossing over, and they could be contaminating, the people that are in our world,
Yeah, their
in
kids are
those
sick all the
those
time.
homes. Yeah.
Yeah, their kids are sick all the time. Now, EMF wise, we didn't really catch anything in there that was really high in EMF.
No,
Electromagnetic fields, we
never did.
didn't have hardly any spikes or hits on a K2 meter or an EMF detectors. They were all like reasonably at safe levels. And just could never understand why that manifested right there. I sat in that closet, and I tell you what, it gives you the willies. And I got touched in that closet. Remember, I got poked in the back sitting in that closet. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is. Is it interdimensional? Is it some kind of alien technology that's used, or who knows? It's I tell you what, some of the things they've seen in the house are disturbing. Seeing something 7 foot tall that she said it looked like Bigfoot with red eyes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and that hasn't been the first case that's happened. That's happened in another case as well.
Yeah, it happened in
Same
New
thing.
Cumberland. Remember,
Yeah.
black thing, red eyes
Yep.
coming out of the closet. How many other cases we've had where kids seen the same thing, black thing coming out of the closet, and they're not related
Well, my
cases. Like they don't know each other. It's
yeah.
all these people can't be seeing the same thing. That's sort of like
In
Mothman. You know what I
Minersville.
mean?
Yeah. Right. We had Minersville too. That happened there too. Something
Yeah, they
similar to
seen
that.
a black thing with red eyes and white eyes and black eyes, and red eyes. It's just what the hell is it? Is it an interdimensional being? Is it an alien being? Is it a ghost? That's why let's get into this because I'm really excited about it because I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Is it a ghost? You know what I mean? Is it
Yeah.
something interdimensional? Do I believe in UFOs? Most definitely, 100%. Like I said, I've seen one, and ever since then, I've been looking. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything like that since. I mean, I've seen some pretty weird stuff in the skies, but I don't know if it was a UFO or it wasn't. I really don't know. But my daughter had seen it too, but um, I don't know whether if it was a UFO. I know it was there, and then it wasn't there, and it was orange. I don't know. I I seen it through the reflection. I seen it like I didn't see it through the reflection. My daughter did, and I actually seen it for like a brief second. Dude, it came over top of a house and it lit up like a sun, like a big orange.
Wow.
That's what it looked like a huge orange, maybe like
Yeah.
100 foot long. It just lit up orange
Holy.
over this house by where my house is. My daughter was like, "What the hell was that?" Because she had her back to it, but I seen it, and I was like, "What the hell
Yeah.
was that?" She goes, "What was that, Dad?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "You seen it?" She goes, "I seen it this big orange thing in the reflection in the glass at the house," and I'm like, "She's seen it." I said, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was hallucinating or something. I'm like, "What the hell?" Because was drinking some beer, but I was just like, I wasn't drunk, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I did have a
Yeah.
couple tasties. I'm
Yeah.
like sitting on the front
Right.
porch, and there's nothing but a cornfield across the street from my house. So I'm like, sitting back having a couple tasties, and next thing I know, there's an orange thing there, and my daughter's seen it. I seen it. It just disappeared. I can't explain it. I really can't.
That's that's strange.
Yeah, and dude, it was right near the time. Remember when they were having the UFO sightings in Harrisburg?
Yeah.
It was on the news. It was right at that time. It was the same day. It was really weird, man. It was strange. But what they seen was red. Some people seen it red, and some people seen it orange. What I seen it was orange. It was like an orange, like an orange, the size of an orange. It was round like an orange. It was orange, like really bright
So
though.
is it? It's almost like it's producing heat, right?
Yeah, it looked
I
like a
would think.
sun or something. It was weird, dude. It was like the weirdest thing. That and it was not very far off the ground. Maybe I don't know, a couple 100 feet. Not far, man. It wasn't high off the ground at all, and then it just disappeared. But
Yeah.
I was like, I just see that. What the hell was that? I don't know what the hell that was. And I still to this day don't say it was a UFO because I don't know what the hell it was. I really can't tell you what it was. I know the thing I seen when I was a kid was definitely a UFO, without a doubt. That thing took off so fast. That was amazing. I was just grateful that I was able to see that. That changed my life, to get into paranormal stuff. That directed me to paranormal stuff, actually. And I definitely think that ghosts, UFOs, there's some connection somehow. I don't know how, but I think there's some kind of connection with it. There's some kind of higher intelligence between our life forces and these alien technologies. There's some kind of connection somehow.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of people have the belief that we are the aliens, or we are created by aliens.
Yeah,
So if that's the case, then that would make sense that way, because if they created us, or then it would, I'm sure, have some type of other realm that we would go into that they've created in the afterlife. I mean, that's possible. I mean, why not? If they're able to do all that. If we take God out of there, if people that don't believe in God and heaven and hell, and we go with the alien. Well, obviously, it definitely knows what it's doing if it created everything. At least this rock that we live in. And some people, I've seen something online the other day, like, what was it, the scientists or whatever, they believe that our Earth is a living thing, and in some form, I guess that's true.
yeah, it
Um,
is.
yeah,
It has living beings on it. Why wouldn't the Earth be living? If it wasn't living, then it would be a dead planet,
right.
right?
It would be. Yeah,
It
yep,
would be like
it's true.
Mars.
Like,
There's nothing living on Mars, allegedly.
yeah,
I think there is
so
something on Mars, but they're not
I do
saying.
too.
There's some kind of alien technology there. They're not saying. Just like they said we landed on the moon and we never landed on the moon.
No, I don't believe we ever did, because I mean we've
No,
never gone back there.
no. And our technology is way more advanced than it was in the 60s.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
A thousand
I mean,
times more.
look at these rockets now with Elon. And we're able to send those rockets up and re-land, on
Yeah.
barges and on the ground on airstrips and shit. I mean, that's insane. I never thought in my lifetime that I'd be able to see that.
Yeah.
Um, but here we are. So
Yeah,
that
exactly.
shows me that if we're able to do that now, that in my opinion, there's no way in hell that we were able to do that 50 years ago and go to the moon. No way.
Yeah, we didn't go to the moon. I know that I think they wanted to go to the moon and it was stopped by some alien technology. Like
Right.
they told them no,
Well,
you're not gonna come here.
yeah, and just like right now we have, and I agree with you on that, but also the thing with, here we are with Russia and how we are now with them, and it was the same way back then. It's the constant fight for space, to get out there. Well, best way to do it is fake the best you can in hopes that it works, right? That we were the first persons on the moon,
Yeah.
and now China's out there. Now China's out there actually going to the moon and doing things. So
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
dude,
know, man.
I definitely think there's thousands and thousands of different life forms out there, without a doubt. Um, Or
There has to be.
did these alien technologies create us? Did God create us, or is God an alien technology himself? Don't know.
Exactly, that's what a part of my belief is. I have two different theories to this. To me, I feel like we were created by aliens, but our ancestors way back in the time, um, they not only created, but they seen these beings coming from the sky. So what are you going to think? Obviously, right away they're going to call them gods, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
mean, these ships or things of that nature coming from the sky. It's like, oh yeah, that's a god. They're going to be afraid of it, obviously, because they've never seen anything like that. And it taught us the technology that we need to advance as a species, right?
Yeah.
And get to the point we are, and then boop, it took off, and it left us alone. Now, granted, I don't think we're still alone. I think there's some here now. I believe to kind of watch over us, but I don't think they always engaged. I don't think they always, I think we're left to do what we have to do here on Earth for whatever that might be, and they're there to kind of be a referee, kind of sit back and see how things go. And if they have to intervene, they will. But I don't think unless something drastically happens to our planet, I don't think you'll ever see that. Um, but if it affects the planet itself, I think they will, especially if they're still here. Um, yeah,
Yeah. I definitely think that they've been watching the planet a long time. They've been visiting the planet a long time. Definitely visiting the planet for thousands of years. I mean, some of the stuff that's been created on the Earth is definitely not from technology that we've had. That's for damn sure.
yeah,
I mean, they're
yeah,
carving. There's one place that's carved a complete temple out of one rock, and they can't even figure out how they cut the stone. With our modern tools that we have today, with power tools, they cannot figure out how the hell they were able to cut the stone and make 90-degree corners and right angles. They can't figure it out. And these are
look at the
guys that
pyramids.
are stone experts and cannot figure out how
Yeah,
the hell they cut the angles on stone. That the stone is so hard. He said it would take him 1,000 years to cut that stone out. But there it is. It's there. It's cut
it's
out.
there.
Yeah, it's there, and it's still there
That's
to this day.
and that's and that's why I'm so fascinated with the pyramids. Same reason. There's no way. I mean, they had to have help with that. Had to.
Yeah, I mean, do you know how hard it is to engineer something, that size, a pyramid, without some kind of help from above? Dude, we use like I'm in construction. We use sightline tools and shit like that to build things to keep them straight. How did they do that back then without a sightline tool,
Yeah.
without levels, without you know what I mean, dude?
Right.
And that thing looks level, like it's not falling over. You know what I mean? It's those pyramids are are amazing.
And
They're
they
amazing.
are amazing.
To
They've
do
lasted
that,
thousands of years. It's
yeah, to do that back then without the technology that we have today, they had to have had help. That's all I can think. That they had to have help
yeah.
without a doubt.
Because think about it, every one of those blocks has to be placed in a certain location. Because if you don't, and just be just precise, because if it's not, that whole thing collapsed
Yeah, and look how
under
huge
its
it
own
is.
weight.
Look how
It
huge they
is.
are. You're talking about the Sphinx, the Great Pyramids, the Aztec temples, in South America. These things are all great feats that were accomplished with little to no technology. Like, how did they do that?
Hmm.
How is that
And
even
I believe they're all
possible?
connected. I think it's all connected too.
Yeah, I
If you
mean,
look at it.
look at the Inca lines and the drawings in the deserts that they've done, and they're only visible from the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The lines, what the hell they call those? The Aztec lines that are in the deserts and they're out there in South America. I forgot what the hell they call them. They're called the Inca lines or something like that. and the drawings and
I
stuff.
think so.
You know,
Yeah,
the animal drawings that you can only see from the air. Like, why would you do something that you can only see from the air? You'll never see it from the ground. You had no
that's the
flying
thing. Yeah,
technology. Why would you do that unless there was something there that could see from the air down? You know what I mean? That just
like
doesn't make
like
any
almost
sense.
like a almost like a marker. It's a marker for whatever to maybe know. Come to a certain location and be able to mark that location. Say, okay, well now I know when I come back, boom, that's where I need to go.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
do
and it's
we do that today. It's called GPS.
yeah, yeah.
Think about it.
We're using satellites to come back, ping off that and come back to the Earth. Um,
Yep.
and back then, it all revolved around their religion as well: sacrifice, spirits,
Yep.
gods. These gods aliens. You know what I mean? I like watching Ancient Aliens. The Ancient Aliens on History Channel and stuff like that. It's interesting. They bring up a lot of
That
theory.
yeah, they do.
They bring up a lot of theory, and that's all it is at this point is theory. But it keeps your head scratching. Or was there a more advanced technology? Thousands of years ago. It's possible.
It, it is, and something that makes me always I think about here and there, and I always scratch my head on. It's like think about how many different gods, different religions that are out there, and different origins. As far as the way different people look, skin color, all that kind of stuff. It amazes me to think the differences that we have as a human species. Um, why are we different? I mean, we're unique and the same in a lot of ways, but we're different in other ways. Why is that?
Yeah,
Where did that originate? Where did that originate from? Where did that come from? It had to
yeah,
start somewhere.
yeah. That's
That
like
that's
some
where I get fascinated.
yeah, yeah. It's like some races have different diseases than other races that don't get it. Like African Americans get sickle cell, and Europeans don't.
Yeah,
That
that's
why is
weird.
that? Why wouldn't Europeans or any people, white people, get sickle cell and only African Americans get sickle cell? That doesn't make any sense. We all have the same
No,
DNA, damn near. We're all made up of the same DNA. That was proven.
we are.
We're
Yeah.
all connected. We're all connected somehow with DNA. Um, Not saying we're all brothers and sisters, but we're connected to a similar DNA. It's branched off DNA, but we are all connected to a certain DNA. And why does why do African Americans get sickle cell and why don't other people get sickle cell? Asians don't get it. Spanish people don't get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People from India don't get it. Only African Americans get it. That doesn't make any sense. Like
No.
was it? Is it some kind of defect to that specific race? It just doesn't make any sense to
That
me.
race.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't everybody get the same diseases? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know you have stuff that fights off infections and things like that, but I'm talking about that's a serious disease. And why wouldn't other races get it? Everybody else gets the same kind of diseases: HIV, hepatitis, diabetes. I mean, every other race gets that. But
Mm-hmm.
why not sickle cell? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's strange.
Yeah, it's really weird. Why just in for African Americans? It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't think they've ever gave a logical answer to it. Not that I've read anywhere. I mean, I could be
Yeah, not
wrong.
that I know of.
That there's some kind of different cell mutation in African Americans. I really couldn't tell you, but I'm not a scientist, but I know I've never read anything about it. Is that some kind of alien technology that's, you know, or disease that's been planted in certain races? You know, who knows? We don't know
No,
whatsoever.
no, we don't,
I mean, you
and
know,
we're
you
not
see all
meant.
these. I mean, look at some of these shows where you got all these scientists out here. They got all this theory about the planet, the Big Bang, the extinction of
Yeah,
extinction of the dinosaurs, uh, all this shit, how the Earth was formed. They have no idea of any of this shit, but they're gonna say they do. But they don't have any proof to validate any of it. What proof?
no.
The Big Bang theory. All the dinosaurs died from a meteor. How do you know that? You're just you're guessing.
They
You have
ch-
no valid
they
proof.
say, right. They say that, and then they change their mind. They find something else. Well, it could be that, or a combination of multiple
Yeah,
volcanoes that erupted that
yeah,
could have caused it. It could have been, who knows? Just like, well, look with us with the Black Plague and COVID and all this other crap. It could be just a disease, a virus, a bacteria a virus of some sort that could have wiped out the entire species. You know,
exactly.
it. So there's so many different scenarios that could have happened. We don't know, but whatever. In my theory, is this is like no matter what it was, whether it was a meteor, a virus, volcanoes, or whatever, it could possibly. Obviously, it made room for us to come in as a species, because if not, we would not be. It'd be like Jurassic Park, you know.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to be extinct one day? I think so.
Could be.
I
Yeah.
think so. I mean, the planet only has room for so much, man. You know, and the more we keep expanding and killing off the wildlife, man, you can't kill off what you're eating. You know, and then what are you going to eat?
No.
What are you going to drink if the water runs out? Dude, we're having a huge problem with drought, like huge around the
Yeah.
world, man.
Yeah, water's going to be a big issue over
Did you
time.
see the
You're going to
hurricane that
notice.
just hit the east coast of the United States, on
Oh,
Florida? Dude, it sucked the
yeah,
water
it
out of the
did big
Gulf.
damage. It
What the
did.
hell? I've never
It's
seen anything
crazy,
like
isn't it?
that ever in my life, my 50 years of life. Never seen anything like that. It
Yep.
sucked the water out of the Gulf. That's unbelievable. That's
And I feel like, we keep getting more and more of those over the years.
how does this shit happen? How does this
I have
happen?
no
I mean,
idea, man.
the Euphrates River is drying up. Drying up. It's a river. It's drying up. It's not looking good,
I
man.
no, I mean, to me, I think there's global changes going on. I really feel like,
Well, it
out
always has
west.
been.
Yeah, but I think it's getting to that point where it's slowly transitioning, like you had said, to either ice age type scenario, or it's going to be a desert type scenario for the West,
I mean,
because the lack of water.
look at some of the movies that have been made over the years. Now, uh, a lot of them, that how the hell they came true, who knows? But a lot of the movies that you've seen, the technology that's shown in the movies, happened. Had no idea that this shit was going to happen, and somehow they knew it in a movie 30 years ago. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like Star Trek.
yeah,
They had
that's
the
right.
cell
Yeah,
phones, doors opening up on them, beam me up. Dude, a lot of this shit is going on now. How do they know that back then? You
yeah.
know what I mean? How
Well,
how do they know that?
they got. Look at the stuff we have now. We got guys flying around in suits where they can, use wind, or like basically engines, like jet engines in their hands, and fly around. Now we're turning into freaking Superman here for long,
Yeah.
flying all over the place. We've got. I've seen them sitting in. They got this thing, I think they did in Japan, where they made this. It's almost like a motorcycle. You sit in, and it has big fans on it, and that thing just levitates you off the ground, and you can fly. So
Wow.
it's getting to that point. Yeah, we're getting to that point, dude. Technology is just getting way advanced.
Yeah, and it's scary. And now you're
Yeah,
getting into
it
talking
is.
about like artificial intelligence. Um,
Oh God.
Dude, there's a
Yeah,
really cool show called Mister No Face. Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen that now.
It's a documentary with the guy Chad from he played on he was in Paranormal State. Um, he was the big guy with the goatee on Paranormal State. You remember
Okay,
him?
I know what you're
His
talking
name
about
was
now.
Chad.
Yep,
His
I
name was
remember him.
Chad.
Yeah.
Chad, I think his last name's Caleb or something like that. Something like that. And they did a documentary called Sir No Face. That's what it's called, Sir No Face. Then they did another one, a follow up one called The Gray. Um, so what happened was the government recruited this paranormal team to go out on this island in Australia. Okay, and
Yeah.
there was buildings there that they said were allegedly haunted. So they recruited this. They paid these paranormal people, this paranormal team, to go out to the island and investigate it. They paid them. Now, what government pays you to paranormal investigate?
That seems weird. Yeah.
What government does that? Not the United States actually just did it not too long ago with Bigelow. The government paid Bigelow to go to Skinwalker Ranch. They paid him $10 million.
I, s- I did start watching a little bit of that on YouTube. Or not YouTube, but
Yeah,
one of the stations. Hulu, I think
yeah,
it
they
was.
paid
I
they paid
started
him
watching.
$10 million to research Skinwalker Ranch and werewolves, and so there's some justification that people do see werewolves or these dogmen looking things and these cryptids, these skinwalkers. So the government is paying attention to there are things that we don't understand, and they're trying to research it. So that's an interesting thing that you would pay someone $10 million to investigate Skinwalker Ranch. Dude, you could have came to me. I'd have did it for $1 million. I would have
Yeah.
saved you $9 million.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, John, we want you to go to Skinwalker Ranch and investigate paranormal phenomena. When you want me to leave? You know what I mean? Like, I'll be there. I'll
Exactly.
be there tomorrow. When
Yeah.
you want me to leave? You're gonna pay me? Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm all over it.
Sign me
I'm
up.
all over it. Sign me up. Where do I sign? Let's go.
Yep.
And it's kind of like what they did with these people in Australia, where they sent them out to this island, and they started investigating that, and they're having a lot of phenomena going on. These flashes of light. They're definitely having electrical phenomena going on, and then they capture this what they thought was a ghost coming out of like a closet. Another thing with the closet kind of thing, they see this face,
Jeez.
head and shoulders pop out of this closet, and they get a good capture on it. Like you really see it really well, and it has no face, no features, but it's some kind of living figure, and it pops out and then pops back in. So they think it's a ghost. Well, they send it to this guy Chad, and he starts getting into the research of things, and he's like they're looking at it, and they're going around the country talking about the ghost, and somebody comes up to him in one of their little para conferences and gives him some information on UFOs and says this is probably what you're looking for, and it's all this documented stuff of UFOs and aliens, and um, now they start looking at the video in a different way as maybe it's not a ghost, maybe it's an alien. And when this starts going on, now the paranormal team gets kicked off the island. They're no
Huh.
longer going to pay them. They're no longer allowed on the island, and they're gone. They are no longer allowed on the island. The government shuts them down. So
That's weird.
why would they do that?
That's a good
So
question.
now
Why?
now they're going around the country. They make a second documentary called The Gray. And now they're having people follow them. The MIBs, the men in black, are following these guys, and they're coming to their house, and they're basically threatening them, saying to stop what you're doing. This so this shit has done rattled something with the government and black projects. There's some shit going on, maybe even to the extent of artificial intelligence. And
Yeah.
you really have to get and watch this because it's a really interesting documentary, and it gets really deep into UFOs, aliens, ghost mixture of all artificial intelligence. This mixture of stuff that is really really cool, and it's really intriguing, and it could definitely be 100% genuine, and
Hmm.
it's very interesting. And I heard that there's a place in Australia that they're already manufacturing artificial intelligent beings. It's already
Oh
happening.
yeah.
It's been happening. Yeah. There are artificial intelligent beings, AI. Now, what did Elon Musk say? What's the scariest thing he said that the world should worry about? He said artificial intelligence. He said
Yeah.
we should be worried about it 100%. He said that on the news.
So, and it reminds me of like the Terminator movies, man. I mean, we're getting to that
Yeah.
point.
Now, why would someone make a movie of the Terminator and talk about artificial intelligence if somebody didn't know something about artificial intelligence? Where would you
Yeah.
get that at? Where would you just get that idea to make a movie about artificial intelligence if someone didn't tell you about it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
just
true.
like
Yeah, it makes sense.
Steven just like Steven Spielberg's movie uh Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
based off
Yep.
of real events.
It
That's
is.
based off of real events that a scientist told Steven Spielberg. That shit was real. That really happened. He made it into a movie, but that event really happened. He didn't just make that shit up as a movie. That event really happened. So they did pick 12 people to go to, or 20 some people to go to another planet, another solar system. They really went there. I read it. That's where
Hmm.
Steven Spielberg got the idea for the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All this shit really happened. It was a black op project that really happened. They did meet
Yeah.
aliens. Aliens did take humans to another solar system. Why why
And
why
you
would people
notice how
think it's
we.
not why would people think it's not true? Because it
Yeah.
was a movie? You know what I mean? But all these movies that you see, some of them have a real meaning behind them. You really have to look close. You know what I mean? Like Terminator with the artificial intelligence, AI. Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
scary.
well, John, John, and even like you said with Star Trek, I mean, we got Star Trek, you got Star Wars. I mean, it's kind of similar to that if you think about it. Technology, uh, if it's not already there, where you can go from one place to another like that in the universe.
Yeah, dude, bro. When I seen that UFO when I was a kid, when I seen that thing take off and as fast as it went, I loved Star Wars as a kid. I loved
Well,
Star
me
Wars.
too.
I mean, I
I
had
love it. I
I had
still do.
every
I still
dude.
do.
I had every goddamn figure, everything. I had all of it. I wish I had it now. It'd be worth a
Yep.
ton of money, but I don't
Oh,
have it
you got
anymore.
that
I
right. Me
broke the
too.
shit, threw it away. I mean, Christ, I
So,
had everything. And when I seen that craft take off, it went out of sight. I mean, it reminded me of Star Wars when they went to jump the light speed. It was I That's
yep.
exactly what I said to my cousin when I seen it. I was like, "Holy shit. That was some Star Wars stuff that I just seen." That was my exact words when I was 15 years old. I looked at him, I said, "Holy shit. That was a UFO. That was some Star Wars shit I just seen." And he was like,
Yeah.
what? He never seen it. Dude, I'm telling you, it's one of the most amazing moments of my life, besides capturing that black mass on video. That's the second most amazing moments of my life was catching that video. You know,
Well,
um,
and yeah, and you got to get to those places if you're able to go from one place to another like that, man, you got to get in that light speed. You have to. It's the only way
Dude,
you're gonna get there
you're not gonna
any faster.
travel to different. Yeah, you're not gonna travel to different solar systems without moving it to the speed of light. There's no
Yeah,
way.
it has to.
There's
You have to do that.
yeah, and you know what people have you know have seen. You got that guy. What the hell is his name? The whistleblower from Area 51. What the hell is his name? Oh Jesus! I was just watching him the other day. I can't remember his damn name. Oh, damn it! You know who I'm talking about. The guy with the
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
Um,
With the
Jesus, I can't remember his
I'm
name.
not talk-
Oh my God!
Is
What
it
the hell?
Steven?
No!
No, not Steven.
Oh my God!
I
My
don't know.
mind is
My
totally.
brain's not
I have a
working.
total. Dude, I have a total brain fart right now. Jesus.
Yeah, that's called old age.
Yeah, my
Mine's
mind is
doing
like
it too.
totally blank. I've watched this guy 100 times, but he describes when he worked at Area 51 how they're able to move at the speed that they move, and it's pretty amazing. You go to his Bob Lazar, that's his name, Bob Lazar.
Hmm.
He has a video, a documentary. He sits down and draws a diagram of how the spacecraft are able to move the speed they move in. They basically create a force field. It distorts time and space around the
Yeah, like a
craft.
time warp. Yeah, like a time warp around that craft.
It puts a bend in gravity.
Yep.
It puts a bend in gravity and time and space. So when they focus it in one area, it puts a bend in time and space, and they're able to travel at super high speeds without being crushed. It
Yeah.
protects them. Yeah, it was amazing how he describes it. It's an anti gravity matter device in the craft, and when it's focused in one area, they have these different pods. It's like three different pods in the craft, and it can move side to side. It can make all these weird angles, but when it's focused in one direction, it bends space and time, and they're able to focus it in one direction and travel at high speeds without being
Yeah.
crushed. Which is it's
And
amazing.
and that's the thing. It's like, why, to me, why haven't we been at a point in our history where we're able to take like a space shuttle of some type and build it, in our orbit somewhere? And we got the space station, right, that they built. Why haven't we built some form of space ship, or have we?
I'm pretty
And
sure
we
we
don't know
have.
anything about it.
I'm pretty sure we have
It
some
could be out there.
technology.
We would never know.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely
I mean,
have. They have some technology that, without a doubt, that's moving around like a UFO out there for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
These black projects that we have, without a doubt, man. They're out there. They're out there for sure. And it
I
all
mean, because if
goes
you look
into
at
the
like
whole part of war. Like stealth bombers and things like that. We're
yep,
always trying to get an up on our enemy. You know what I mean? And we're not supposed to have enemies, but we have them. Um, that's why the world's a giant shitstorm right now, the way it is, because
we
one,
can't live in peace, man.
our government is horrible. They're the
Yeah,
biggest. They're the biggest tyrants, ever. I mean, just look what these guys are doing to our country, man. They're
I
destroying it.
know.
They're destroying our country. And you got liberals over here, you got conservatives over here, and it's no one can come together and solve the big problem, which is our government. Our government is
Yeah,
a piece of shit. They're pieces of
it is.
shit. They go in there, and not to make it political, but that's what it's terrible. They keep, like I said, they have these black projects. They know about it. They don't tell the public about it because they're afraid that the public is going to freak out, or they don't want our enemy to know what we're doing. Yeah, it's
I
just a
think that's
lot
a
of
lot of it there.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that our shitty ass government does. And they hide secrets from us. They always have. Did an alien crash at Roswell? Yes, it did. They
Oh yeah,
covered that
definitely,
shit
definitely.
up. They covered it
Yes,
up
they did.
100%. They covered it up
They still are.
100%. Yeah, to this day.
I
To
mean,
this day,
why
they're
would
still
you
covering it up.
why would you still be out there with the barbed wire fence or whatever's out there and armed guards for what reason if that didn't
Yeah,
happen?
why? Why?
What's you're wasting all that money and manpower out there for what reason?
Yeah, why are you gonna have guards out
So
there over a
come on,
weather balloon? Over a weather balloon,
yeah,
right?
like come
Bullshit.
on, yeah,
Yeah, bullshit.
exactly.
They're full of shit. And our government is. I've never seen a country like this that's can be really great, and your own government just totally destroys it from within. And that's what they're doing. They're raping the citizens of the United States. And
Yeah,
the bad part is that there's millions of people out here that don't see it. They say, "Oh, you're just a conservative." I am a conservative. You know what I mean?
hmm,
I am definitely a conservative. I believe in it. I believe in the United States. I believe in our way of life. Freedom. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe in it, but we're not really free, man. Think about it. Don't pay your
no,
taxes to
not
see how
like
free you are.
not like we should be.
Now,
Now, now
what
granted,
did we
we
fight? Yeah. Like, what did we fight our independence for from England? Right, over a
yeah,
king that was taxing us. Right.
yeah,
They didn't want to. They didn't want to pay the King George taxes. So they succeeded from an English rule and started a Revolutionary War. For what? You traded one king for a president and its government. That's all you did.
hmm,
That's all.
what it
That's all
was.
they did. That's all they've done. You're just. It's just a different chimney. That's all it is. Same smoke, just a different chimney. That's all it
That's
is.
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah. And like I said, they know all these black ops. They know there's alien technology. They know there's different solar systems. They know there's aliens. They know this shit. They know it. And now we know it. The people know it now, dude. It's not a secret anymore. You know what I mean? You can't keep it. The government can't keep it a secret anymore. Everybody has a cell
yeah,
phone with video. Everybody. You're not hiding it anymore. You can't hide it. And they know it. They're probably listening to the podcast and like, oh, this guy, they're guaranteed they're listening to shit like this. Guaranteed. They're
yeah.
listening to everything that we do. They try to
They have
control
to.
everything that we do.
Yeah,
They know there's alien technology. They don't want to come out and say it. They're finally starting to come out a little bit saying it because they can't hide it anymore because people are blowing the whistle on the shit. So they can't
yeah.
hide it. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you and I to get a knock on our door from the MIVs.
Yeah, I'll shoot one of their asses.
From
You
the
come on my
government.
property. Come on my property. I got cameras. I will put a hot one in them. Don't
Yeah,
come
me
knocking.
too.
I got a long driveway. You come down that driveway, you're already down there way too far, buddy. You better back your ass on up out of here. I believe in what our government was supposed to be, and it's just, man, it's a strange time we live in, and even us doing this the paranormal stuff. People say all the time, "Oh man, you guys are crazy. I don't know why you do that. Why you do that?" Well, we do it because it's something we believe in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
we've
there's
experienced it.
something
We've
else.
seen it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
it's
other things
definitely
out there.
there is. It's
Yeah,
way
and
more
that's
than what we think.
yeah, yeah. Because like
Way
I
more.
said before, people are so engulfed with their everyday lives that they don't realize that there's more to this world that we live in than we think.
Yeah.
And you know, they sound like they don't believe it. There's like, oh no, they're just crazy. These people don't know. Okay, I'm telling you, there's shit out there.
Yeah,
Where it's there's a bigger picture to this whole world.
yeah, yeah. I mean, just like there's these weird ass cryptids that are out here right now. This Bigfoot and this Wolfman, Dogman kind of creatures, and they're out there, man. They're in our woods. They're out there. You know,
And
people
they
are
came
running
from
across
somewhere.
them. Yeah, are they aliens? That goes again, or
That's them,
are
right?
ghosts and aliens hooked up? Are cryptid and aliens connected? Possibly.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
these
look at all
things
the
from
different
another
animals.
planet?
Possible. I mean, I think that when I look at our ocean, right, our different or in different oceans that we have, and all the species of fish that are in this ocean, you go deeper and deeper and deeper and see all these weird looking fish, right, or creatures. It's like, were they from this planet or did they come from somewhere else? You know, because they
Yeah,
look weird. I don't know. It just amazes me.
yeah, yeah.
But like you
It's
were saying, it's like I don't understand why we wouldn't it be an ideal world if everybody could just get along. You know,
yeah.
you know how awesome that would be.
It would. It's
But
never
it's
going to
never going to
happen.
happen.
Nah,
No,
our government is designed a way to keep us segregated, basically. You know what I mean?
that
Or
is.
to keep us in turmoil and fighting, and that's just
And
spiritually,
it's
it's
not
not
just
how it's
us.
supposed
It's
to be.
yeah, it's other countries too. It's the same way.
Oh
They're
yeah.
you know they're running the same thing.
Oh, without a
I
doubt.
mean, not not the it's the UK and all that, but they still have a king. You know,
Yeah, it doesn't.
now
Yeah, it
we had
doesn't
a
really.
queen. Now we have a king. You know,
Yeah, it doesn't really
so
mean much. But
no, I'm just surprised that's gone on as long as it has. But it's still there. I mean, I think it's cool that it still has gone that far. But
yeah,
yeah, it's no different than us having a president, I guess.
yeah. I mean, that's just like that. Remember that movie? What the hell was it called? What was the Fourth Kind or something like that? Did you see that where it was up in Canada, like
Yeah, it's been a
Nome?
while.
It was like based out of Nome,
Uh,
Alaska,
yeah.
where
Okay.
the chick was like a psychiatrist and her kid got abducted. They never found the kid. Supposedly he was abducted by aliens and stuff like that. You don't remember seeing that? I think it was called The Fourth Kind
I
or something like that.
I may have, but it when was that? In the 90s?
Yeah, it was in
How old
Alaska.
is that? Okay. Yeah, I don't recall that. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was in like Nome or something like that. Nome, Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It was called The Fourth Kind or something like that. I think it was called The Fourth Kind. It was an interesting movie. It was about UFOs and alien abduction and stuff like that. It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. Um, just like alien abduction. I definitely think that's real. All that stuff is real, without a doubt.
Hmm.
I definitely believe in in aliens. Like I said, I haven't seen Alien, but I've seen the craft. And is it connected to ghosts? It's possible. Like I
Oh
said,
yeah, it's
that
possible.
that whole video that we captured in effort is I cannot explain that whatsoever. And to see those two dots there and this thing manifesting at those dots on that camera, those two those two spots should not be there. Like I don't know why, and that whatever that thing is manifests at those two areas. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like why those two darker areas on the video? And if people want to go to the video and watch the video, like I said, you can go to YouTube and type in Harrisburg Area Paranormal Society and go to the Black Mass video, and you can watch that video. It's an amazing piece of footage that we captured like 12 years ago in an investigation. You'll see
Yeah,
a black mass create itself, dissipate. It's an amazing piece of evidence, best evidence that we've ever caught in 20 plus years of investigating. Um, we've caught some amazing audio over the last 20 years as well, with EVPs and
a lot of that. Yeah,
disembodied
a lot,
voices and whistling. Oh my
a hell of a
god!
lot more audio than video. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, you hear these things more than you see them, which is I I I have to say in paranormal investigating that you hear more than you see. So that goes to tell you that it's easier for them to communicate voice wise than it is to show
To
themselves.
show themselves. Yep.
There's got to be some kind of a source, some kind of energy source that they use to manifest. You know what I mean? But what is it? Is it electricity? Is it static energy? Is it electric magnetic fields? Is it geomagnetic fields? What is it? We don't know.
And we don't know, and that's the thing, because if you think your houses nowadays, especially now, with all the the electronics and stuff that are in the homes, you think to be able to use that and feed off that, but obviously that's not the case. It must take more than that for them to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, all that current in your
Or
house is what? DC current.
yeah,
It's direct current, right?
no, it's AC.
Is that
It's all
AC?
AC
Yeah,
current.
yeah, it's AC. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah. So
even with that, you figure you got all your wires and stuff in your house, your panel, your electrical panel. I mean, you're talking a decent amount of electricity. Why can't they use that, feed off that, absorb that, and somehow show themselves? But obviously, it's more difficult than that. There's more to it.
yeah,
But
well,
what is it?
you weren't there in the one case we did with Brendan McGinnis. That was up in Klingerstown. That was our
No.
case that we got from the Taps family. That was a Taps family case, and they called us in. That's a very interesting house. It definitely has phenomena in it, but what's cool is they have a spring that runs through their house in the basement, a freshwater spring. And dude, you get a lot of phenomena in the basement because of that spring. I think you hear a lot of
Okay.
voices in the basement, and a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just the water making it." No, you hear voices, and can these voices, these sound waves carry off the water, which they can. We already know that.
They
You know
can.
what I mean?
I mean, look at whales. Whales have to
Yeah.
communicate. They communicate all the time underneath the water. It's no different.
Yeah. Like his basement is really, really active. And I have to see if Brandon can let us come back in and do some investigating in his house because we captured a lot of stuff in his house.
Yeah.
Carl captured a really cool EVP. I don't say it was EVP, but he captured, footsteps coming up to one of the recorders in the hallway on the second floor. I mean, you hear the footsteps like, choo, 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 choo. And then you hear this breathing in the recorder. It comes right up to the recorder, and it's like,
Hmm. That's cool.
and it just
Yeah.
stops, and it doesn't walk away. It just everything
Wow.
just stops. Yeah, there's no one on the second floor, dude, but it just stops. And Carl's like, dude, this is a really creepy ass like audio clip, and I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, that's a really cool ass clip, but it is creepy. You hear it walking right up to the recorder and breathing into the recorder, and then it's nothing. It's just silence, and you're like, "Wow, that's creepy as all hell." We
Wow.
did have some weird things that happened in there, and I don't know if I ever told you what had happened there, but his brother was attacked by something in the house. I don't know if I ever told you about that
Right. I
case,
do.
but yeah, his
Yeah.
his brother was attacked in
Yeah.
the house.
I remember you saying that he was attacked.
Yeah, I haven't
I
talked
don't
to
remember
Brendan.
exactly what had happened.
I know his brother wanted to come back there at one point. I don't know if I think he did go back there, but it wasn't with our group. Um, and I was just wondering if the paranormal phenomena would return with him there. Um, because it definitely seemed to not like him. I do
Yeah.
have pictures of. I have to send you the pictures. He did send me some pictures when it first happened of the scratches that happened when it spun him around. He was going out the door and something grabbed him by the shoulder and spun him around back into the house, which he freaked out.
Wow.
And yeah, he
Oh, I
freaked
guess
out.
so.
He was crying from what Brendan was telling me when the original investigation. He was crying and stuff like that. And I did talk to his brother, and he was upset. He wasn't. He didn't like what happened. And but yeah, we investigated it. Me and Carl and Todd investigated it twice, and both times we experienced phenomena in the house. It was pretty cool. They definitely have a lot of shit
That's
going on
cool.
in there. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff going on. That's what it is. I don't know. Is it someone that lived there before? It's possible, highly possible.
Now,
Interesting
now is
case
that
though.
flowing? Yeah. Now is that flowing water helping them to do more things because it's like a form of energy?
Yeah, it creates
Um,
energy just by its flow.
Creates
Creating it
energy.
creates energy.
It,
Yeah.
right. So I'm wondering if maybe that's. Is there any possibility that might be helping them to do things? I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, they hear stuff in the basement a lot. I think before his brother got
Yeah.
grabbed, they heard footsteps coming up from the basement, and then his brother was grabbed. And then something happened in the kitchen electrically, from what I can remember. Um, I wish Brandon was in the chat room; he could tell you more. But 'cause Brendan was in here earlier. I haven't talked to Brendan in a while, but he was in here earlier.
I think he
Yeah,
said he
it
was
was.
heading to work. So
Yeah, he's a good
uh,
guy. He's a real nice guy. Him and his wife Liz are real super cool. Um, he's with another paranormal group, but real cool guy. And his house is definitely haunted. We have to. I'll see if we can get us back in there one time and do some
yeah.
investigating. Really cool place. It's in Klingerstown. It's in the valley, man. So it's like the only house. It's on a farm. So I mean, it's like at the bottom of a valley off of a mountain. So it's a really desolate place.
Wow.
Really cool, man. Yeah, it's definitely haunted for sure. And I I can't wait to go back there. I think it would be really cool to go back there. I have to get in touch with him to go back there. But yeah, man, this has been an interesting subject tonight with
It
ghosts and
has,
UFOs. You know,
because it always makes you wonder if there isn't that connection. You
yeah,
never know.
I strongly think there's something. I think there's definitely other dimensions. Well, scientists have proved there's other dimensions. It's not just three dimensional. There's a fourth dimension. There's a fifth dimension. There are other dimensions. I think they're
Hmm.
just doing dimensions to sometimes, that we can't see. I think sometimes we cross paths with those dimensions, and that's when you see ghosts and
I agree.
aliens, and maybe these aliens, they travel along these different dimensions. You know what I mean?
It could be, or and they may be either in that time frame where they're maybe more advanced than we are. I don't know. How the hell
Yeah,
would we
yeah. I
know?
mean, who the hell knows? It's an interesting subject. I like talking about UFOs because they fascinate the hell out of me. And I do have a couple people that I've friended on Facebook that one of them was he was on a TV show, and I want to get him on here. He actually, I think he was a part of a UFO investigation with the government. Um,
Okay.
I think he tracked one of these things on radar, and I think he can really elaborate on what really happened. I seen him on a program, and I friended him on Facebook. I'll see if he'll come on. And I think I definitely would like to hear your story about it. That they
Yeah,
tracked
that'd be
this
interesting.
supposedly they tracked this UFO on radar, doing all kinds of really crazy things like high speeds, stopping, making turns. That are just would kill a conventional aircraft pilot. It would kill him.
Oh, definitely.
You know, the G's that this thing was pulling was unbelievable, and the angles it was flying. You know, they got it on radar. So
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
human body's not
it's
able to handle those G's.
yeah. I mean, this thing was climbing thousands of feet in like less than a second. You know what I mean? That's crazy,
Wow.
dude. That's crazy.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
just
mean, that's some serious technology. Just stop a craft doing thousands of miles an hour. Just stop on a dime. That would kill someone.
hmm,
Your body,
you'd be
inertia.
mush.
Yeah, inertia is going to continue. You're going to continue to keep moving forward. You can't just stop doing like 1,000 miles an hour and just stop on a dime. Your body's going to continue to keep going forward. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
going to just you're going to crush. It's going to be a pancake. It's it's a given fact. It's scientifically a fact. So it's crazy, but it's all leading back to like ghosts and what we have here. And like I said, Dr. Taft wrote a book called Aliens Above, Ghosts Below, talking about the similarities between ghosts and aliens, and pretty cool book. Excuse me. Yeah, you're getting old when you're young. Jesus. I hope we don't do that tomorrow in the investigation.
Oh, we will. We all
Yeah,
will.
I'm sure. I have to get the coffee out. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'll mess with Carl. I'm
make
tired.
sure he has his. Make sure he has his snuggie on him.
Yeah, we're gonna get him a half snuggie. That's gonna happen. I'm definitely getting him one. He's getting a half snuggie. My man
Especially
Carl,
for
he's a
Fort Hood
trooper
when
though,
that's coming
man.
up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little
Yeah, yeah,
chilly night. It's gonna be nice and chilly.
yeah.
Uh,
That it
I'll
will
tell you
be.
what though, I'd rather put more clothes on than be sweating my ass off in those casemates. I'll tell you that.
Oh, me too. Yeah, because you can't take any more clothes off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like I can't imagine being in that fort in like July. It's probably smoldering in there.
Oh God,
Yeah,
probably is.
no, yeah, like no way, dude.
I sweat enough as it is. No
But yeah,
thanks.
man, we got some really cool stuff coming up, man. And like I said, we're gonna be doing some things, and we got some. We're gonna have some Haps merchandise, and we already started getting the Haps merchandise. We started getting some Paranormal Journal podcast merchandise. Like I said, I haven't got any emails from anybody about the merchandise, but if somebody wants a mug, get enough people email us at paranormaljournal18 at comcast.net, or hit us up on the Facebook page, the Paranormal Journal Podcast Facebook page. You want a mug, man, just drop us a message, or PM us, and we'll get you a mug, man. We'll get you a Paranormal Journal
Yeah,
mug, coffee
definitely.
mug, and or a Haps Harrisburg Area Paranormal Society coffee mug, and hope you enjoy it. But I guess we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We're getting ready to go up on the 2 hour mark. They'll kick us off.
That we are.
And then
Yes, they will.
we'll have to do a freaking encore after that. But yeah, man, we
Yeah,
got a lot of stuff coming up, which I'm excited, man. We're gonna get back into
I'm
some more
ready.
places. Hopefully, we get
Let's
back
do it.
into the old Landon house again, man. I'm praying, dude. It's right there. We're
Yeah,
close.
let's
We're
let's hope
close.
so. Let's
Close.
cross our fingers and toes.
We're close. I can feel it. I can feel
Yeah,
it.
me too. Me
I want to
too.
get back
You
in
just
there
gotta
and hear
have
my
that
whistling. Yeah, we just gotta have that luck, right?
luck. Exactly.
Yeah. I want to get back in
So
there and hear that the whistling ghost again, man. That was one awesome thing that we had that night in there with that whistling. Well, several nights we had
it
it happen.
was.
So it liked that tune. It didn't like nothing else but that one stupid ass tune. I still don't know what that tune means, or what song that was back then, but whatever it was, it really it really liked that tune. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, but it liked it.
Yeah, out of all those tunes that you did, that one tune, I don't know, it was just weird.
Yeah, like I whistled. Used to whistle Dixie in there because it was, you know, a Confederate stronghold during the Battle of Antietam, and that one night I just lucked out and heard that whistle. Luckily, I had a lot of recording devices throughout the place, and we captured it. And I said, "Man, when I go back, I'm definitely going to whistle that tune." And that was just amazing. We went back and whistled that, and it happened. It whistled that thing
Yeah,
back, and I swear to God, when it first happened, I thought, "Man, this thing is just it's it's an echo. It's got to be an echo, man."
yeah,
And but it wasn't. I whistled different tunes after that, and it never whistled anything back. You know, and I just
yeah,
can't explain it. I cannot explain that whatsoever. And it happened in front of multiple witnesses, which I thought was great. You know what I mean?
hmm
Multiple
that makes it even
witnesses.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
multiple witnesses heard the whistling. You know what I mean? It was You can't ask for anything better than that. When you have multiple people hearing what you're hearing, and you're doing example whistles to see if it's echoes, or you're whistling different tunes and nothing's coming back. Dude, that's awesome. You know?
yeah, and it validates the activity. Everybody's able to witness that and experience it together.
Yeah, it was just amazing, dude. Still one of the best nights I think I've ever had was that night with the whistling. It did it all night long that
hmm
one night. Remember? Every time I would do it, and I would wait like intervals of it, and just to see if it would continue to do it, and it did it all
And
night
was that
long.
the
Remember
last
it would,
time?
yeah. Remember it wouldn't do it all night long, but it didn't do it all night long, but it did it at certain times in the night. Remember?
Yeah, it was kind of sporadic. Yeah,
It was weird. It was like it would get up enough energy to whistle back, and then it would be nothing, and then it would whistle, and then it'd be nothing. It did it like 3 or 4 times that one night.
especially with the best time was especially when we were down there near the restroom when you
Yeah,
did
near the
it there.
the ballroom, dude, that was amazing.
Oh, that was so awesome.
It
I'll
was
never
right on the
forget that.
landing. It was right there on the landing of that step on that first floor. That was
Yeah, 'cause
incredible.
you can definitely tell it was close to us for sure.
That was just everybody was like, "Oh my god," that was amazing. It was like an amazing moment and that was man, that happened. Phew, how long ago was that, Don? That was a long time ago.
Oh my god, I don't even
How
remember. It's been so
how long has
long.
it been since we've been there? 10 years?
Yeah, at least 10 years, if not
I
longer.
wish I could get a hold of Jack Haunted, man, and get him on the show and talking about Landon House.
That would be a trip. That'd be funny. I would enjoy that.
Yeah, man.
Good
He
old
was he was
Jack.
Jack was cool, man. I
Yeah,
like
he was a
Jack. He was
character. Yeah,
he
me
was
too.
he was cool. We used to make fun of him, but he was cool. He was funny too. He
That
had
just
that
made it
list.
fun.
He had that list, and
Yeah,
we used to just make fun of him all the time. But he was a great guy. I enjoyed the many times that he came out and investigated with us. We had a ball. We really, really had a ball with him.
yes, we did.
Oh my God, what a great guy he was! I hope he's doing well. And he loved Landon House too, man. He was another guy. He loved being at Landon House, and what a great
Oh, he
guy he
did.
was. We had so much
He
fun with
probably loved
him.
that. He probably loved it as much as you did.
I think he did, man. Like he would call me, like, when you coming down Landon House, John? When you coming down? I'm like, I'll be down Saturday. I'll meet you there. He would be there
Yeah,
too. He would be
yeah, he
there.
would.
He was a good guy. I hope he's doing good, man. Like I said, I haven't seen him, and I can't remember his damn real name. I just remember we called him Jack Haunted.
Jack on it.
I cannot remember his
I,
last name.
I don't know if
I,
he'd be on
I would,
Facebook or not.
Yeah, we're trying to look him up on Facebook, but I can't remember his last name. It was Jack something, but remember we used to just call him Jack Haunted. He loved that. I said, "It's
Yeah,
Jack Haunted, baby." He was in love with that.
Mr. Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, or Leatherface. He liked Leatherface. Remember at the haunted
Leatherface.
house with the chainsaw? Oh my
That's right.
god, God, it was such a
Yeah,
trip, man. He was funny. I'll tell you what, that was one of the most haunted places we've ever been in.
yeah,
I give it out of a
definitely up
10.
there.
I give it 100. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I out of a 10, I give it 100 in paranormal phenomena without a doubt. Uh, I've never been in a place to match it since, to be honest. And we've been in like
Not like that.
Pennhurst and Fort Mifflin
Yeah,
and places like that, dude. And I've never seen phenomena like that anywhere else. Nowhere that will respond intelligently like that. You know what I mean? Like just all night
hmm
long, it were disembodied voices. Yeah, they were like a dime a dozen in there. Like you heard them all the time. It wasn't like it was like once every blue moon you heard a disembodied voice. Man, Christ, you heard it every time you went there. You know,
I
the
say. I mean,
banging
there was
and
never.
the voices.
Yeah,
It was unbelievable. When did we ever go there and not experience anything?
never. I mean, we always had something happen. I was just getting ready to say that. Yeah, it's like that was one place we know for a fact that every time we go there, we would come back with something, whether it was disembodied voices, EVPs, seeing things. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it
I
was.
miss it, man.
I do. It's changed a lot. If you went back there now, you would be like, wow.
Yeah,
Um,
I seen it. I saw it on Google
it's really changed. They
Maps.
tore down the barn. They tore
Yeah,
down the church. It's like I said, there's a Papa John's on the place now. Like such such
they
great
took
history with that place, and they did that. I was really surprised.
they took it
Yeah,
away. Yeah, they took the history away.
I mean that place looked like it was something out of like a history book, and it is a part of the history books to be honest. Um, but what they did to it was, oh my god, made it a parking lot, a Papa John's. There's a daycare in the back of there now.
Yeah,
There's a that I
it's
guarantee
great.
the
It's
daycare is
crazy.
probably haunted. The daycare is probably haunted, without
I'm
a doubt.
sure it is. They
Dude,
probably
it's
over there
buried.
eating Papa John's too.
It's built. It's built on hollow ground, man. You know what I mean? There's bodies in that
Yeah,
ground. There's body parts and bodies in that ground. It was the field hospital. It's still there.
I wonder if they
We
found
found
it,
a piece of the leg bone.
and I wonder if they found anything when they were, building those buildings. They
I'm
dug
sure they
anything up?
did. I mean, dude, you remember that trench that they dug for the electricity that one time, and Kurt found that that leg bone part of
The
like the hip.
bone. Yeah,
Dude, he had the worst luck
yeah. I
after that.
remember. I
He did. He
remember
took
that.
that bone back there too. He's like, I'm taking this shit back. He took it back too.
Yep.
I told him don't take it too. I was like, don't take that, man. Why? I said, that's a body part. That's someone's bone. He goes, that's probably an animal. He took it to his veterinarian, and the veterinarian said, yeah, that's a human bone. She's like, where'd you get that at?
Wow.
She said, yeah, she said, it's a really old human bone. But where'd you get that at? And she told him, he told her, and she's like, yeah, you need to take that back. You need to take that back. And
Yeah.
he took it back. But after all kinds of bad shit happened, that was crazy. I was like, dude, I told you that thing's like cursed, man. Don't like it. Don't take it.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with that crap.
Nah, man. Like I said, I did that.
Is
I
it?
took something from Gettysburg that one time. I had the worst luck. I took that shit back.
Yeah.
I took a rock from
Gotta be
Middle
careful with
Round Top.
that.
Yeah, right where
Oh, okay.
the 20th Maine fought the hand to hand combat. I took a little rock from
hmm
there, man. I'll tell you what, dude. I don't know if it was a coincidence or what, but it was the worst goddamn luck I ever had. I had so much bad stuff happen. I was like, you know what? In a week span, I had so much bad shit happen. I was like, that's it. Taking this back. I took it back. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. Took it back.
It's best not to mess around. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man. It really is. So, well, man, ready to wrap this thing up for tonight. We just do a little 2 hour stretch tonight, which was cool. We did it on ghosts and UFOs. Are they connected? And we touched on it a little bit. There's still a lot more to touch on about it, and maybe we'll do another episode to this and get some more people in there and people like Chris Wilson and get him in there and talking about it and see what his take is on it next time. So
sounds good.
I'll see you tomorrow night, my friend, for our investigation up in Harrisburg.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too, brother. I can't wait. So, well, folks, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading. Like, love, share this podcast out there. We enjoy, giving you guys the content and talking about a lot of things. Paranormal, cryptids, UFOs, we're into all that stuff, man. We give you a lot of information on our case files. What we can that people allow us, our clients allow us to put their case files out here and we do it. But we thank you guys for tuning in every week and downloading our podcast. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, anything that want to be on the show, you can email us at paranormaljournal18@comcast.net, and we will try to do the best we can to give you some good content of what you want to hear. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next week, same time, same place, Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Paranormal Journal. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
That will conclude our broadcast of the Paranormal Journal podcast. Have a great night.